Hello guys, what's going on? It is voodoo51292 here. Welcome to a special video, a video that's going to be probably pretty long in length and is going to help me get a lot off my chest. And basically, as you can see by the title of this video is going to be about why I have officially unsubscribed from DSPGaming and the King of Hate vlogs, both run, of course, by Phil, whom actually was the inspiration for me creating this very channel here on YouTube. Back in early 2011, I've been a fan of Phil for a while, since the end of 2010. Again, inspired me to make my channel, and was someone who used to watch him constantly, couldn't get enough, loved it. It was really my only source of entertainment because I don't really watch TV. I don't like anything that's on TV. So when I wasn't playing games or whatever, DSP would be my sole source of entertainment, and now it has come full circle back to where I am no longer even a subscriber of him on YouTube, and I do not watch his stuff, and I'm not going to watch his stuff, and I recommend that other people do not watch his stuff. So first of all, I want to apologize for all this facial hair and stuff and this mustache I've got going. I know I usually don't have that. I like to be clean shaven, but I'm actually waiting. I've been waiting to shave because I'm going on a trip to see Brandon in just a couple of days. So I was gonna wait and shave then to be clean shaven when I actually leave to go see him on my trip. So that's why I have a lot of facial hair right now. And secondly, I usually don't do these kind of videos, but considering DSP is such a huge part of what my channel is and why it started, and I've been so into the DSP community, I think I have a right to speak on the subject. So anyways, I made a video earlier this year talking about my new thoughts on DSP, and I expressed a lot of things that I wasn't happy with him doing on his channels, that I was kind of drifting away from him, and stated at the end of the video that I hope he changed his ways, because if he didn't, he was probably going to wind up losing me as a subscriber, and he has not changed his ways, and therefore he has lost me as a subscriber. So here are some of the reasons and specific examples I have of why I'm no longer a subscriber of DSP. And probably grade A number one is the way he treats his fans on YouTube, the people who allow him to actually do what he does all day, which is sit around and play video games to make a living. And, you know, basically he just treats his fans like complete shit. This is pretty well known at this point. Very recently there's been a lot of videos that have been coming out on YouTube about Phil, exposing him or whatever. The one that really got me was the one that was made by Chris, of Chris and Teo, who designed Phil's website for free and built him a computer, where Chris in this video basically goes on to talk about how DSP went on Twitch and basically talked shit about Chris and said that he's a whiner and all this other stuff, and that he built him a lemon computer, and basically put all this blame on Chris and talked bad about him, really for no reason at all. And I'm not going to go into in depth about the video. I will put a link to the video in the description of this video so you can watch it yourself, because he deserves the view. But basically, Phil talked all this trash about Chris, a guy who was nice enough to make a free website for DSP and build him a computer, and basically lied about him and talked all this trash on him behind his back for no reason. And that one really got me, because Chris has been very involved, I know, in the DSP community. DSP used to talk about him all the time, and now to make a video like this to come out and say what he's saying is very impactful and carries a lot of weight with me. I went into a lot of depth about how he treats his fans in that last video, so I'm not going to go too deep into it now. If you've been around the DSP community, you know how he treats his fans. He treats them terribly. He is extremely rude. His answers to people's questions and such are extremely rude and arrogant. Most of his comments usually respond with something like, start off with idiot or moron or some other derogatory term. I also made a video not too long ago expressing my opinions on people who attack other people personally because of a different opinion than they have, and that's really what Phil embodies, is someone who verbally attacks people's characters and assassinates their characters when they basically call him out on something. and disagree with him, he basically then reverts to assassinating their character as if that somehow proves them wrong, instead of actually addressing the point and, you know, trying to act like an adult human being, which he does not act like. He's extremely ungrateful for what he has. Again, as I mentioned, the fans are what allows him to do what he has to do, and he always wants to talk and get on his soapbox about the economy and how bad the economy is and all this other stuff. And his fans are the only reason that he's not out on his ass right now in the middle of all of that, you know, having to swallow his enormous pride and actually take a job like a normal American who is forced to do such a thing in times like this, to work 2 and 3 jobs to support themselves. His fans are the only reason that he gets to do what he does and doesn't have to worry about that. And yet he treats them basically as if they're his enemies, and they're all out to get him and all this other nonsense. You know, and I think he's extremely hypocritical. I think he's very two-faced, very double-sided. One of the things that Brandon and I have been talking about and discussing with Phil, or not with Phil, but talking about, you know, with what he says and stuff, is how he has been for the past year, I guess, since 2013 started, been complaining about views, how views are very low, and how he has his money, he got his contract restructured or whatever, he has dwindling money, but then he will turn around and he buys everything under the sun. He spends money as if it's no object, and, you know, far be it from me to comment on how someone lives their life and spends their money, but I am going to comment on it if that person is actively complaining on videos and making a giant deal about it, about videos and stuff like this, but then turns around and blatantly spends all sorts of money willy-nilly and does not cut spending. Therefore, either he is lying about having less money or he's extremely bad at saving money. Because when you go on vacation, and every time you go on vacation, instead of getting a normal hotel room with a normal bed like average people do, or, you know, people who are strapped for cash like he keeps complaining about, and you go on vacation, instead you get these enormous suites and all this other stuff that you blatantly show off to everybody, you know, 2 days after you post a video complaining about views and low money, and then you rent suites, you know, for every event that you attend. You buy ridiculous superfluous things like buying 3 different headsets, which is something he recently did, all valued at $200 or above, basically spending somewhere around $700 on 3 gaming headsets when you only need one, and you don't need one that's $250 anyway. He just, instead of doing any kind of research or anything on which products are better, he simply just spends however much money he wants to spend on buying all these various things. And again, I normally wouldn't comment about something like this, but if you're on camera actively complaining and whining about low views and making less money, then why are you spending money like it's no object? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It also doesn't make any sense how he talks about how, like, it's so important to him now to live stream everything he does on Twitch, but then he's on this huge kick about only making $30 a day on Twitch. That's what he says, and that's the argument he uses to everybody who accuses him of just doing it for money. But it doesn't make any logical sense, because if you're trying to, like, if you're complaining about low money and all this other stuff, and again, you're whining about it, then why would you waste all of your time doing Twitch when you make far less money on Twitch? You actually subtract from your YouTube viewership, from the people who watch it on stream. They're not going to go watch it on YouTube, yet you're basically whining about views and not having enough money, but then you spend all your time worrying about streaming on Twitch, where you claim that you don't make any money anyway. So wouldn't you then just be actively the one who is depriving yourself of money and then complaining about it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So either he's lying and he makes way more than $30 a day on Twitch, or he's just being asinine and stealing money from himself by doing this stuff on Twitch every day. I don't understand, but whatever. you know, he buys like collector's editions of all these games and stuff, and then gets all these statues and all this shit that he just completely crowds his whole condo with, and then complains that he doesn't have enough room where he lives. It's just none of it jives. Like, you can't be that two-faced. Like, you can't be on camera talking about how you have low views and you're doing everything you can to get your viewership up, and how you're worried that you won't be able to do this for a living because you make less money now, and then blatantly waste and spend all of your money and cut down on your money by streaming all day on Twitch. At least that's what you claim. So it doesn't make any sense. You pair that with his girlfriend Panda Lee, who really annoys me and grates me to the bone. She's actually like 2 years younger than me. She's 19. She's actually younger than my girlfriend. Keep in mind, I'm 21. I'm dating someone who's 19, whose birthday is actually before Panda Lee. So she's younger than me. She's 19. She really doesn't know anything about like life or the real world. Like, I'll even admit I'm 21, and there's a lot of stuff about the real world that I don't really understand. Like, I don't pretend to. I don't make all these kind of comments about things that I don't understand. But she's 19. She doesn't go to college, so she's not actively in any kind of education, and she doesn't have a job, even though she claims that doing YouTube is her job, even though she has like 6,000 subs. Somehow that constitutes that being your job. So she really doesn't contribute anything. However, she's always the first to chime in, like attacking other people and telling other people like how to live and like how to do things. And all the people that she's like talking to and everything, like half of them are probably older than her, and like it really doesn't make any sense to me how she complains about all the stuff that she complains about, and talks about like actually she knows everything when she's like 19 and doesn't go to school and isn't like an actively contributing member to society because she doesn't work or go to school and she's 19. And so I don't understand that. So and what she'll do is just go into the Twitch TV streams that Phil does, and will completely take over the stream with her own nonsense that she spews, and like will start talking about things on the stream that are completely unrelated to the gameplay, and will attack people on the stream and start blocking people on the stream chat for like no reason at all. She goes in there for the sole reason to stir up people. Like, she will go on there and try to start shit, and then when people like start it with her, she'll block them, and it just completely ruins the whole stream. And I've been in many streams where she's come in and I've immediately left because I can't take it. So once again, like, it makes no sense because she's actually hurting Phil's fan base, because whenever she's in videos and stuff, people don't watch, and whenever she goes on the stream, people leave the stream because of how annoying she is. And yet, so she's taking viewers away from her boyfriend, but she like doesn't care, and then will talk shit about people who watch the video. Like, I don't know, it makes no sense once again. So now the fact that she's an integral part of the channel, despite what DSP says and everything, she's an integral part of the channel. She's all in the community on Twitch and in a bunch of videos now and stuff. So I just don't. It's done for me. Like, Phil calls everyone like elitist, but he's like the definition of elitist. Like, if you don't agree with his opinion on something, then like you're an idiot and all this other stuff, and you don't have taste or whatever. I'm actually gonna read you, because this stuff happens like on a pretty regular occurrence. Something that actually is going on right now with him on Twitter that he's posting tonight, and I have to get my laptop here so I can actually read it. But yeah, hold on. I actually need to pull it up to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So basically he goes on like this whole rant tonight, because basically his Earthbound videos, he's playing Earthbound right now, have no views. And again, I think there's multiple reasons for that, because I think his viewership is falling off the face of the planet at a rapid pace. So he's pissed about that again because he's getting low views, and he says, he starts off by saying, some Earthbound vids from today, live almost 8 hours, not even 300 views. It's obvious people are bored, but what do you want? That's the question. Then he says, the thing I don't get are the complaints. It's boring, but you'll watch someone waste hours in Minecraft. Nobody has taste in games anymore. So right off the bat, once again, in typical DSP fashion, he's going to insult people who like a particular game, which is absolutely asinine. Just because people aren't watching his videos, then the people who watch Minecraft are wasting their time and don't have any taste, okay? And then the next tweet is, LOL at the butthurt Minecraft fans raging. The game is about nothing but fucking around and wasting time. Anything with a story is better. So, okay, that's your opinion. Like, a lot of, like, if Minecraft wasn't that fun or whatever, like, it wouldn't be as popular as it is. Like, sometimes people like to play a game where you just fuck around. Like, okay, sports games don't have any stories necessarily. They're just games about, like, playing. Okay, and again, completely hypocritical. You're talking about people wasting time watching Minecraft. It's about nothing, okay? Yet you just played this amazing frog game, which is the epitome about absolutely nothing. It's a stupid game. I didn't even find the videos to be that funny at all. And you're playing Amazing Frog, like, you're going to be doing multiple videos of Amazing Frog because people are watching it on your channel, but you have no problem with people wasting their time watching Amazing Frog, which is worse than Minecraft in my opinion, because Amazing Frog literally is nothing, okay? And, but it's okay if they waste time watching your videos because they're giving you money, but how dare they waste their time watching Minecraft on someone else's channel because you don't play Minecraft? So again, completely two-faced. Then the next tweet, because it just keeps getting better, just because you look in the mirror and realize you've wasted hundreds of hours on crap, don't take it out on those who love good games, LOL. So again, it just goes from bad to worse. He starts off insulting people, he continues to insult people for no reason at all. Someone whose entire job in life is playing games, sitting on his couch, is going to talk about people looking in the mirror and realize wasting hundreds of hours on crap. Video games are games. Like, you can't, like, I would love to have the job that he has, but I would be the first to admit to you that I'm not really doing much to, like, do anything in society if I had that job. Like, I'd be very lucky, I'd be doing something I love doing. Is it that useful to society? No. It's wasting a lot of time on crap. So anyway, then the next tweet, oh no, I'm sorry, then after he put that tweet, I actually tweeted to him, which I never do that, but I actually tweeted to him and I said, wow, and you call other people elitists, because he calls people elitists all the time, but then he puts out tweets like this. Anyway, so he continues, he doesn't answer me of course, and he continues, says the reason games like Minecraft, Angry Birds, and any other repetitive crap is popular is because people have no taste anymore to deal with it. So he's just continuing. He's continuing to insult people all because his Earthbound videos don't have views, so he gets pissed and butthurt and starts attacking all the other people who like something that he doesn't like. Considering the fact that he doesn't play Minecraft, he has no idea what he's talking about in Minecraft. He has no authority to really speak on it, and he's just tweet after tweet insulting people simply because they're not watching his content, because everyone should put down what they're doing. They shouldn't like what they like. They should just like him and watch his stuff, okay? So he continues to go. Mobile games are huge now, but lots of them are repetition of easy, addicting gameplay. Gameplay is becoming dumbed down to the point of idiocy. Okay. Again, I have to say, like, it's just, like, I can't get over him and the kind of shit that he says. Like, dumbed down to the point of idiocy. Like, video games come in all shapes and sizes. Like, that's why there's so many different genres of games. And mobile addicting games, like, addicting games have been around forever. Like, I don't understand, like, I just don't get what this is about. I mean, like, Angry Birds, all this other stuff, like, first of all, I don't think Minecraft can be compared to Angry Birds. I don't think they can be compared. I don't think they're the same thing at all. But Angry Birds, okay, I have Angry Birds on my iPhone. So apparently, first of all, I'm already an idiot because I play Angry Birds. But Angry Birds is something that you play to pass the time. Like, it's a mobile game. It's not, like, it's not an issue of becoming dumbed down to idiocy. It's a different kind of game. It's supposed to be a fun little time killer game. Nobody ever said that Angry Birds was game of the year. Nobody ever said Angry Birds has the best plot since BioShock 1. Like, no one said this. That is what it's supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to be a time killer. And he continues, because he just can't let it go. He cannot let it go. Another tweet. There's a reason you won't see me playing Happy Wheels, Minecraft, or the other viral crap. I like good games, not time wasters. Okay? Once again, I harken back to the point that you're playing Amazing Frog. Like, I just don't understand how you can be so double-faced, like, just talking out of both sides of your mouth, like, right blatantly in front of everyone. You won't see me playing Happy Wheels, Minecraft, or other viral crap. I like good games, not time wasters. You're playing Amazing Frog. You put up 2 videos of Amazing Frog, and you promise to upload more videos of Amazing Frog. How can you upload multiple videos of Amazing Frog, but then sit here on Twitter and say that you won't play Minecraft or Happy Wheels because you like good games, not time wasters? Like, it blows my mind how he can sit there and say this. I just don't understand. He's still not done, by the way. Last tweet 15 minutes ago, and he may tweet more later. I don't know. He quotes, "Sorry I'm on a rant. I just hate it when people insult / don't give a chance to awesome classics but play crap themselves. That's hypocrisy, folks." First of all, he has no idea what hypocrisy means, because the last, 6 tweets that he put up defines hypocrisy with Amazing Frog. But, I mean, again, simply because, I'm going to put the computer down now, but simply because people are not watching his videos, they're stupid, they're wasting their time, they're full of shit. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about why I'm not subscribed to him anymore and I don't watch his, I'm not going to watch his content, and I recommend people don't watch it, because this is the kind of man that he is. He is the definition of a hypocrite and an elitist. If you don't like what does he not understand that the majority of his viewers were not doing games in the generation of Earthbound? Like, I wasn't. I was born after that generation. So I was raised in a different generation. So there's a good chance that I won't and I'm not saying, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't watched his Earthbound playthrough because I have no desire to, and I'm not saying Earthbound's a bad game or I wouldn't like it or whatever. I'm just giving an example. There is a chance that I might not like Earthbound simply because I was not born in that generation of SNES games, so I don't like that style of game. Maybe I like more graphically improved games. I like a different style of game. Earthbound's not for me because I wasn't raised in the era of that type of gaming. That's like someone being born now and not liking movies from the 1960s, and them being assholes and idiots because they don't like that kind of thing. Like, they just weren't, or it's like all the people nowadays who don't really like music from the 80s or the 70s or whatever, because they weren't born in that generation. That's why whenever kids get in cars with their parents and their parents turn on the oldies, the kids plug their ears and put their freaking earbuds in because they don't like that kind of music. It's not because they're bad people or they're idiots or they have no taste. It's simply because they weren't born in that generation. The parents don't like what we listen to, we don't like what they listen to. It's a generational thing, okay? Or maybe simply Earthbound isn't their cup of tea. What really I think it is DSP's not their cup of tea, because he's losing views across the board. People aren't interested in watching Earthbound. But because people don't watch his videos, he goes on this multi-tweet rant talking about how people waste their time and people like crap, and I can't take it. I'm just done with it. He's ridiculous. He's absolutely absurd. He gets worse and worse by the day. I'm just done. Him, and then I said, throwing his girlfriend in there, who her only point when she's in his videos is to complain about shit 24/7. I've never heard, when those two people make a video together, I have never heard 2 people sit there and complain about more shit for that long a time than these two. It's ridiculous how much they complain about shit and never appreciate what's been given to them. It's unbelievable to me. It blows my mind what he says, the hypocrisy that's displayed just in blatant daylight in front of everyone's face about him playing Amazing Frog, but talking shit about other people who play Minecraft because it's a waste of time, and he would never play that. But he'll play Amazing Frog because he gets views and money. It's just, it blows my mind. It's hypocritical. And most of the stuff he says, I can't actually wrap my mind around how someone can be that way and say the kinds of things that he says. It's just, I really don't have an explanation or a reason. All I know is I'm done, and I would recommend that other people steer clear of him as well. I think his ship is going down. I think it's going down quickly. People are jumping ship left and right. I mean, you're talking to somebody here who, or listening, you're not talking to me, but you're listening to a guy here who used to watch Dark Side Filled videos like hours upon hours every day. I will show you, to show you that I'm not, for people who are new, just what I'm talking about. You see this? This is a t-shirt that says Dark Side Phil on it. I bought a t-shirt from him 2 years ago. I gave him money and wore something on me that had his name on it, okay? So you're talking to somebody here who was a massive fan of DSP, even to the point of wearing his apparel and giving him money, and I'm on video saying I can't take him anymore. He's absolutely absurd. He's ungrateful, hypocritical, and extremely arrogant and elitist. So when people like me are saying this stuff and jumping ship, a lot of people are jumping ship. It's looking really bad. I don't really care. It's completely his own fault, and it doesn't bother me in the least. And that's what happens when you act the way he acts. You know, he continuously goes after and assassinates the character of people like Tobuscus and PewDiePie and all this other stuff. And I'll be the first to admit, I don't like what they do either. I think it's stupid. I think it's ridiculous. But I don't sit here for hours upon hours making rant videos and all this other stuff about people like them, considering the fact that they have, you know, their viewership compared to his is not even like a competition. Like DSP, in the scheme of things, basically has no subscribers. Like 130,000 subscribers for as long as he's been on YouTube. How many videos he has up, how many views he has, to have that low of subscribers is really, really bad. And, you know, he calls other people jealous of him who insult him, but not even really insult him, just offer criticism, but they're jealous of him. But he can sit there and say the kind of shit he says about Tobuscus and PewDiePie, but he's not jealous. You see how that works? You see how that double standard works? How when people, you know, say stuff about him, they're jealous, but when he says stuff about other people, it's intelligent and intellectual, and he's not jealous. You see how that works? So, yeah, it's completely ridiculous. He spent how long now? How many different videos? How many minutes belly aching over these videos that were made by Evil AJ about the Metal Gear Solid playthrough, or how not to play Metal Gear Solid or whatever, which are not even that bad of videos, saying that Evil AJ somehow misrepresented him and misrepresented his gameplay, even though he, like, it's direct gameplay from him. So I don't understand how it can be misrepresentation of him if it's his direct gameplay. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And he spent all this time belly aching over this. Like, it's just insane. And again, like I said, his girlfriend Panda Lee, who I saw in a Last of Us video, goes on this rant about college, about how college is completely useless. It's a useless institution, except for the fact that you can't find any kind of a decent paying job nowadays without a college education, and in the business professional world, you're looked down upon if you don't have a college education. I mean, I don't look down upon people. It is what it is. Like, if you don't have one, that's fine, but don't talk shit about people who are in college, and understand that, like, going to college right now is a huge thing. Like, you basically have to have a college degree to make any sort of money or living in this world, so it's definitely not useless. But again, she's 19, she's not in school, she doesn't work, she doesn't do anything, so clearly she doesn't know what she's talking about, but that's a different matter. But anyway, I'm done before my camera runs out of time. I'm voodoo51292, thank you for watching. These are my honest opinions on DSP. I'm out, see you later, no more subscribing to DSP, I'm done with it, and I recommend you do the same thing. So let me know what you think in the comments, let me know if you agree or disagree, and I'll see you guys real soon with some more stuff. So, peace out.